Most importantly,
congratulations, Bischu, you're in the final.
Yes. You will play for $30,000 somewhere next year.
Bischu's like, yeah.
Bischu's like, wow, best online tournament ever. Bischu's gonna throw like the biggest party.
Wins $750 and then guarantees himself at least 15 grand.
Yeah. Like, wow, how did that happen? Everybody else is wondering why they did not sign up for this qualifier. What on earth did we miss, guys? Anyways,
don't worry, guys, it's not too late. There's 3 more qualifiers. You can sign up for them all somewhere. Go over at NASL.tv where you can see the information.
Yes.
And I'm sure there will be a link to the sign-ups in the news post.
Minigun is, of course, the red Protoss spawning on the left bottom side of this map, representing team complexity, while Dignitas' Bischu is our Swedish Protoss spawning on the left top side of Entombed Valley. Important game for both these guys. As you said, Ben, at least $250. That's always nice for an online tournament. That's bigger than most weekly cups, but that is the second prize. If you win the tournament, you get $750 and you qualify yourself for the next season of NASL, which pretty much guarantee yourself of more money, unless you end up losing every single game. But Ben, who would really end up losing every single game besides us? Oh well, you. Just kidding, Ben.
So bad, man. So bad manner. Hang on. Somebody went 09, and I'm trying to remember who it was, so I can make a joke.
That's not a nice joke. Why would you make fun of somebody going 09?
Well, because you asked who would lose every single game.
Yeah, but that's not a joke. It's not supposed to be funny, Ben.
I was just going to have some fun at the expense of someone else, just like you did to me.
But that's okay. We can have fun on the expense of each other. We don't make fun of players. We respect them, Ben.
Fine.
Like, I don't respect you.
Wow.
I'm just teasing.
This guy. This guy.
Minigun is scanning a little bit later than Bischu. Both players did find each other immediately. And I love how Minigun immediately puts a probe here. Wants to make sure that Bischu does not steal this assimilator. And instead, Minigun is still going to take it himself. But Bischu doing a good job, forcing Minigun to lose a little bit of time.
The evolution of the metagame, Kev. There was a time when we thought you couldn't stop that from happening.
Stealing the gas?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then of all people, H to the Husky.
No.
Post a YouTube video that says, hey, look what you can do.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's true.
No.
It is completely true. I'm sure he wasn't the guy that figured it out. No offense, Mike.
I'm pretty sure about that one.
But he's the guy that put the YouTube video up.
But I think I got it from someone else. I think actually Hazuops is the person who told me I could get away with that. So it wasn't H to the Husky.
I showed you the YouTube video the day I saw it. And you're like, that doesn't work. And then you tried it, and you're like, it does.
I can't remember that.
I can.
If that would have happened...
It was at the ESL office.
You're lying, Ben.
Joe Miller was there.
You lying,
we can call Joe and ask him.
You're such a liar. I would remember that, because I would have wrote Husky a message and be grateful. And that did not happen.
You know what? You can tweet him right now.
Yeah, but if...
At Liquid Red.
Okay, I will tweet Liquid Red after this game. Let's see Minigun going for the 1-gate robo, while Bischu did not... Oh, Bischu actually going for the Stargate ban.
Sneaky.
There's good stuff for Bischu so far, unless Minigun would go very ballsy mode and drop a Nexus very, very quick. Then I still think it's okay for Minigun, but if he does stay on one base for quite a while, you have to love the Phoenix, man.
Robo goes down, Kev, and that does not point towards a very fast Nexus. And on paper, the Robo build loses to the Phoenix build. It doesn't always work out that way.
No, of course. There are still things that you could possibly make happen. Maybe if Minigun drops the Robo Bay immediately and just runs across the map with a Colossus and tries to break the ramp, warp in from 4 gates, he could still win. Or he tries to play a macro game, but that seems so hard because it's inevitable that he's going to lose so many probes to Phoenix.
Ooh, first Stalkers are going to come across the map. We're going to have a little bit of a skirmish. Kev, I would love to see Minigun do this Titan style.
Go double Robo Immortal drop?
Yes.
I would not love to see that.
Is a speed prism faster than a Phoenix? Probably not, since a Phoenix is faster than a Muta.
No, Phoenix is faster.
Or is it as fast as a Muta?
I think speed prism is 375 and Phoenix is 425, so Phoenix is quicker.
So that would not be a good counter to the Phoenix opening. Imagine that.
Minigun seems like he wants to drop the Nexus though, and I think that's a very good decision because that's what he needs. As I said before, it's inevitable that you're going to lose probes. There's just nothing you can do about that.
Kev, I think Bischu's going to all in here. He's going to lift the sentries and go to town.
Yeah, only 3 gates. He's already dropping double pylons. He's been dropping a pylon so close to this. Oh, Ben!
Phoenixes fly out right past the observer.
I just dropped the wrong button.
Rewound.
Yes.
So we're back at 6 minutes and 57 seconds, guys.
As he just dropped the pile and nothing ever happened.
I predict that the Observer is going to scout these Phoenixes in just a moment.
Are you?
Yeah.
There we go.
Man. Game sense.
You're out of this world, man.
Here come the Phoenixes, and this is what happens. Oh, beautiful force field.
But he might be able to pick up one Phoenix. No, that is not going to happen as he ends up losing both sentries. He's going to wipe in a new sentry immediately. Minigun, are you really going to try to let his Nexus finish? If you are worried about holding your ramp, how can you hold the Nexus?
Maybe he'll cancel it at the last second as we see him throwing down another force field. I've got to say, I think Minigun's doing this as well as he could hope to. Nexus is...
He does have a worker advantage, and he is cancelling the Nexus. That's smart. He's even going for the full wall off. I like this, but I'm still not sure. Like, look at all these Zealots, man. It's going to be so hard for Minigun to micro-effective against this.
This is a really cool defense so far, but there's so many units here for Bischu. Pylon is going to fall, and the Zealots are going to stream into the main base of Bischu. One Immortal stays alive. Great micro from Minigun as he brings the probes off the line. Phoenixes are lifting everything. Supply tab shows even supplies. Stalker warp in. Wow. Oh my god, Minigun, are you going to hold?
How is that even possible? There are still 4 Phoenixes for Bischu. Minigun did end up losing both Immortals, but Army Supply is even right now. Worker-wise, he did end up losing 5 pros, but he had a 7 worker advantage, so he can get away with that. I would still not say it's very good, but...
it's not over. It's certainly not over.
The 4 pro. Alright, man.
I changed my mind. Let me in. Let me in. Twilight Council goes down.
So Bischu, why would you really try to do this again? Why can you not just transition right now into a normal game and still be ahead? Because he's still going to be able to pick off so many probes. He has 5 Phoenixes on full HP over here, man. This guarantees at least 5 to 10 probe kills in the upcoming 2 to 3 minutes in this game.
And Minigun is not exactly in a position that's comfortable.
He locked himself in.
Yes, he did. He's going to lose another pylon here, which means he's going to have to rebuild. It's going to.
I don't think he wants to do that anymore. He was going to have to go out anyway. Twilight Council is almost ready, so he's going to try to get Blink Stalkers. Bischu.
Stalker count's getting pretty high from Minigun.
It is, and he's going to get Blink soon on the way as well. But those Phoenixes are very good, also in the big fight. Not so much for the DPS, as we just saw Bischu whopping in the robotics facility. But it really takes a long time for Stalkers to pick off a Phoenix.
Yeah, and the Phoenixes just disrupt the fight so much. They can lift up those Immortals.
Good.
They can kill Zealots very, very quickly if they want.
Yep, Zealots, of course, light armored, so light armored units takes extra damage from these Phoenixes, which is very, very important. It makes a world of difference. That's why Corruptors never die and Mutas die very fast.
Man, I think Minigun is going to come out of this okay.
This is the first... just moving the Stalkers just in time. And Entombed, not really a map where there's a lot of airspace around the base, as you guys can see. So it's very, very risky for you to commit your Phoenixes if you want to play Phoenix. I still think it's inevitable that Minigun is going to end up losing workers. Look at the energy, it's just climbing. Those Phoenixes were able to kill so many workers.
But the Stalker count is also climbing, and eventually it's going to reach a point where if Bischu flies in there, he's just going to lose a Phoenix.
Bischu just killed the Zealot because he supply locked himself and wanted to start the Immortal. So that Zealot died and came back as an Immortal? Would you say that's the case?
Staying true to the lore, Kev. That's how we roll here at the North American Star League.
You die as a Zealot, come back as an Immortal. You die as an Immortal, you come back as a Colossus. You die as a Colossus, you come back as Mothership. No, you come back as Mothership. If you die as a Mothership, you come back as a Roach. Then you're truly invincible.
71 supply to 70, and Minigun is... man, that was just the most immaculate defense.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was very, very crazy. Because he didn't have any Zealots himself, so he really had to micro against all these Zealots from Bischu. Now, Minigun is going to try to make something happen. He is getting the Nexus as well on his own, though.
Blink is done. He's got an Immortal out. He's got a very nice Stalker count. Those Phoenixes are still kind of the wild card here.
Bischu is wishing that he killed that Zealot before, because he could really use that second Immortal right now. And I think with that second Immortal, Ben, he's going to be more than fine. Minigun, you have to be so careful. This is not a fight you can win.
He's going to take it anyway. Here come the Phoenixes. Zealot. Oh my goodness. The Phoenix is lifting 4 Stalkers and an Immortal. Minigun blinking as well as he can, but this is not a fight that I think he's able to win.
Nope. His Immortal is going to be able to be lifted off once more. He's going to pick off at least one Phoenix, but he did end up losing quite a few Blink Stalkers, and he's not out of this yet. And he knows that. Nice pick off once more on the Phoenix.
Still has the Stalker advantage.
Oh, he's gonna have to pick up all those Phoenixes because he's gonna end up losing so much. There's so much energy on all these Phoenixes. Bischu's not done yet. He's gonna try to pick up once more stock, and he will. Phoenixes were a little bit too quick for the rest of the army, though. One stock will fall.
Bischu gets the better end of that exchange, but it wasn't terrible for Minigun.
It could have gone worse.
Resources lost shows us that Minigun is in fact behind by about 900 resources, but you know.
Yeah, that might have to do a lot with the start as well, because he was mining a lot more and lost more expensive units as he lost Immortals and Stalkers, and Bischu was mostly wiping in Zealots, so that has something to do with it.
Minigun was behind in resources lost after that initial attack, but it was not. It was pretty close. It was only about 150. Difference.
And the good thing is, though, he did pick up 3 Phoenixes in that engagement, so those are 3 units that he doesn't have to worry about later on anymore.
That's right, and he lost a lot. He lost Immortal, he lost all of his Zealots, but most of his Stalkers stayed alive, and that Stalker count is going to be so important.
He's going to be able to pick up at least 1 Phoenix, maybe the second one.
Can he blink? He can blink! Wow, great job there by Minigun. Kills 2 more Phoenixes and gets the other one so low on health.
It's still close. He's a little bit behind, certainly because he's dropping the Robo Bay right now as well, while it seems that Bischu wants to get aggressive again. This is a super important attack for Bischu. If Bischu wins this next fight, he qualifies himself for the final of the Season 4 qualifier. He can't win
the fight, Kevin. He can't get up the ramp. There's force field.
Yeah, he doesn't blink.
And he doesn't have the Phoenixes anymore.
Blink is ready soon. He's going to have to wait 10 more seconds. He can do it. If Minigun holds, that would be a very, very great achievement from Minigun, making it to the final, getting himself at least $250, but maybe $750, and that spot in the NASL Season 4.
16 Stalkers to 9, 3 Immortals to 3. This is not bad for Minigun, Kevin. He's actually got a supply lead for the first time in the game.
But he's building a Colossus right now.
And look at the difference in the worker count.
Yeah, that's why he has a supply lead. So that also means that Bischu has a shot to win it right now. He wiped in 6 Zealots. More sentries being wiped in. Here come the force fields. Zones are the Immortals. Offensive blink.
Blink did finish, and it's a big blink. All the Stalkers up into the natural of the Minigun. It comes down to this, but Minigun.
Look at these Zealots, Ben.
Is going to hold. Beautiful hold by Minigun. And I think that's the curtain call, man. Bischu's going to try again.
Yeah. Army-wise is even right now. Bischu still has 3 Immortals. If it's ever going to work for Bischu, it's going to have to work right now. But he doesn't dare to make another blink. He's going to wait until these forces expire, but that also means, man, that there will be a Colossus joining the ranks.
Big Papa
of Minigun's army.
Here, the Colossus is out. No range on him yet, but he still does so much damage. Another defensive force field going down. That's going to choke up the army a lot, and it's going to allow this Colossus to do some of that critical splash damage. Big, aggressive blink, but I think that might actually be bad for Bischu because he commits those Stalkers.
Yeah, he did pick off the Colossus, but he's losing a lot of units once more. It is looking a little bit tricky though, but Minigun, you have 2 Immortals, just use them. Bischu will finally end up losing 1 Immortal on his own. Maybe he's going to wipe in a couple of Zealots.
Oh man, Minigun lost so many probes. He can lose 20 probes and still be okay. Another very aggressive blink.
Whoa.
Oh, is Bischu going to make it happen? It's going to be so close. All the probes coming off the line. It's just Stalkers.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, indeed. A second Colossus joining the fight right now, but I don't think there's enough damage output. Another aggressive blink from Bischu. Minigun microing the Colossus as well as he possibly can.
Keeps it alive.
Fighting 60 supply to 50 army supply, 23 to 20. Minigun.
Look at his Immortal Man with 6 kills already. It's so low in HP. The Colossus will fall. Bischu might actually be able to do this after all.
Oh, still so close.
Immortal finally falls.
Now favors Bischu.
And Minigun was not mining anything.
Stalkers. That was a lot of lost mining time. Minigun can't produce.
I think Minigun is dead.
That is
unbelievable.
3 Stalkers warping in, probes being pulled, but there's just no way. It's blink Stalkers against probes.
Wow. I cannot believe this.
Great micro from Bischu. Incredible game on Entombed Valley. It's not over.
There is going to be a Colossus right now for Minigun. Where is that Colossus? No, he cancelled it, I guess.
Needed money to warp in, and he taps out. GG.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Can we take another look at that final fight, man? Because that was crazy. After that first blink, it was Minigun's game to lose.
So too.
He survived it.
Immortal sat in the back and didn't do anything.
Exactly. There was his second Immortal from Minigun, which was just not fighting. And then there was also this one Immortal of Bischu, which was standing there with 10 HP, literally shooting at Stalkers. And you know what the Immortals do to Stalkers. It's almost like what Roaches does to any Protoss.
Here we go. The fight, the first very aggressive blink.
And this went good for Minigun.
Yeah, it was a great exchange for Minigun.
Look at those Zealots.
Zealots chop up Stalkers. He got a lot of kills here. He jumps way ahead in supply.
Yeah, look at this. He's up 25 supply. He was down before this started.
Army supply is even here. you know, I wonder if he had pulled probes for this next fight, does that just auto win? I don't know. He waited very long.
I think he lost his Colossus a little bit too easily. And then there were two problems. I think his Colossus died too easily. Like, the Colossus will always take damage, but then he should have saved it immediately. And I also think the second Immortal, the Immortal that's here on the left, that one wasn't fighting for a little while.
Yeah, not right here, but he will micro these units backwards. Bischu.
But look at Bischu, he's down 30 supply.
Big aggressive blink, kills the Colossus. You know, and this is the key moment. That one Immortal pulled back. He was, I guess, queued up with the Colossus. Is not in the fight for a long time, and this is where Bischu turns it around. Finally, Minigun pulling probes. And I still thought he was okay, Kev, but the lost mining time was just brutal.
I don't think he had to pull probes there. This was a very nice blink, picking off one Immortal, here picking up the second Immortal.
This hero in the back, just boom, boom, boom. Just never gets targeted. Even when the probes come, the probes fight Zealots instead of going after
and this Colossus was a wrong Colossus. That should have been an Immortal.
Yeah, that's another really good point. It gets microed pretty well, but still ends up going down.
Minigun tries to transition too quick, but I think
still
it's standing there,
pounding away in the back. Only 6 kills, but so much damage dealt.
Insane amount of damage. Was so incredibly close, but this was really Minigun's game to lose. He was up 30 supply in a PvP ban. Maybe he had a 10 to 12 worker lead, maybe even 15, but still.
It was closer to 20, but
well, I can check that out for you, but we can see who's right.
Income tab shows us.
I'm gonna need a few seconds. Hold on there, Ben.
All right, so what is it here?
This was the first fight.
Income tab, income tab, income tab.
I just misclicked. Man, I'm misclicking a lot today. As you can see, he was up 13 workers,
exactly.
15 workers. So after that fight, when he was up 30 supply, well, yeah, he was almost up 20 workers, but still, he had all the worker advantage. He had the unit advantage. He had a better army. He had a Colossus stack, but I think the first Colossus died too quick. The second Immortal not fighting. Man, that must be such a heartbreaking lose. Yeah,
really tough loss for Minigun. Played a great qualifier, beat some really good opponents, but ultimately falls to the unlikely finalist, Bischu.
Wow. Who could have ever thought that out of all the guys we had signed up for this qualifier, that Bischu
would not have been my choice.
No. Bischu, representing Team Dignitas, has been on Team Dignitas for a very long time. As I mentioned earlier in the show as well, he was part of that pro house together with Moro, Show, TLO, and Cytoplasm was there as well, and of course Hey Pro. That did not last very well, but you know, every pro I ever spoke to always said that Bischu is an extremely nice guy. I personally have not interacted a whole lot with him.
I feel like I met him once at Assembly, but
I've met him too.
He's a pretty quiet guy.
Yeah, I met him at the Home Story Cup 4, I think he was there.
Was he there?
Yes.
I would have met him there too then.
Wow,
this is how memorable Bischu is. So no offense to Bischu, it's just he's a very quiet guy. Yeah. He just kind of stays.
It might have been Home Story Cup 3, but I'm pretty sure it was 4.
Okay. Either ways, guys, Bischu advancing to the final. He's going to play against the winner of our next series. It's Inca, formerly of the team Old Generations, Korean Protoss player, up against Glon, another very unlikely semifinalist. Representative of Team VVV, a Zerg player who has done very little of note in the competitive scene. So this is actually the first time we've ever casted Glon. That's not completely true because he did play in the Gauntlet on the Korean server. But this will be the first time we've casted him in this NSQ. That game is going to happen right now, guys. Very short commercial break, and then we're back with Inca versus Glon. Don't go anywhere. NASL's back after this.